SP. Let's have a quick word with Selma Augestad, who is National Officer for Equality for the EIS Teachers Union. Morning to you.
Morning.
Where does this interim guidance leave schools, do you believe?
Well, first of all young people have the right to learn, and teachers and lecturers have the right to work in an educational environment that's free from discrimination and where the rights of all are equally upheld. I think it's really important to note that from what we can see, what's been published so far is not guidance, it's an interim update whilst that guidance is being developed. And it also states that organisations should take appropriate legal advice. So against this backdrop, and whilst the updated guidance is being developed and consulted on, we would stress the importance of the Scottish Government providing the necessary advice to schools, advice which must comply with any other legal obligations in line with the principles of getting it right for every child, the United Nations Conventions on the Rights of the Child, and the National Approach to LGBT Inclusive Education, to which the Scottish Government has committed. Now, our response to any draft guidance will very much be rooted in the principles of understanding, inclusion and safety, which are all essential factors to ensure every colleague, pupil and student, including those who are transgender, are visible in our educational establishments and in our workplaces.
Well, the guidance says that single-sex lavatories are required in workplaces and schools, but they're not compulsory in other areas where there are services. So do you feel there needs to be a change in the way that schools operate in the wake of the Supreme Court ruling and the guidance on from the Equalities Commission?
Well, at the moment, we don't have guidance. We have an interim update. So as we await guidance, I think what's really important is to remember that there are so many families in our school communities right now who will be really worried and scared, both as a result of the Supreme Court ruling, but also the surrounding discourse. So it's important that we remember that transgender people are a minority group in Scotland. They make up about 0.4% of the population over the age of 16. And there is a fear that the current discourse will add to existing societal prejudice, discrimination and harassment of LGBT people, which impacts their safety. So our schools should be places where children of all races, abilities and genders are free to learn, to be themselves and to grow up healthy and safe.
So I'm a bit unclear as to what it is you're saying, because this new guidance, as well as talking about toilets, it's also saying that schools must provide single-sex changing facilities to boys and girls over the age of 8. Are you saying that this can be ignored at this stage until we hear more from the Scottish Government?
So at the moment, we do need clear guidance from the Scottish Government to guide teachers and schools in this area.
But don't we have that guidance now from the EHRC?
That what you're referring to, I believe, is an interim update, if that has not changed in the last 2 days. But I think, importantly, we have the teacher professional values that include social justice, trust, respect and integrity. I think what we are calling for is that teachers who are navigating this space, they'll want to get that right for every single one of their learners. And we need clear guidance from the Scottish Government to support them to do so.